Hey everybody, this is Mr. Trizzle. I have with me today my, let's see, sorry, it was sideways. This is the chair that I use every single day, and the mechanism on this broke. Okay, so it doesn't work anymore. Um, and this guy is also broken, so it doesn't come in or go out. And the problem is, look right there. So this is the arm, okay, that goes all the way up right there. Okay, so this is the arm, right? And what happened was this bar goes all the way down and all the way across, right there. Okay, and this bar right over here, it's supposed to be attached to this bar all the way over here. And it doesn't slide, it doesn't move. Okay, this bar is stuck. It's supposed to be attached to this bar. Okay, see this hole right here, that one right there. Okay, so this bar goes straight up through it and connects to this bar over here. And what happened was this bar snapped. It looks like it was cut, except for the very end. So if you look here, you can see that this was obviously cut down, and only this tiny little piece was holding it together. Which means that somebody did that on purpose. Let's see if we can see the backside. No, up here. There we go. There we go. Found it. Okay, see? See that? See how it's cut right through here? And except for this piece, which was torn. That's not supposed to be like that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fabricate a piece to replace this. Now, this is a really easy fix because two bolts up here holds this bar. This is a 1/2 inch bar right here. This is a 1/2 inch. And if you go all the way down right here, this attaches to another piece, which is also, if I can show you, bolted on right there. So 3 bolts. 3 bolts holds this entire thing together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Lowe's. I'm going to take you with me to Lowe's. We're going to buy the 1/2 inch, 3 foot. Now, I measured this out. This is only 2 feet going from top all the way down to the other side. So if I could get away with 2 feet, I'll do it. But I only saw on the website 3 feet. So we're going to replace this. We're going to take this off, these 2 bolts, and then this whole thing will come off, and then there's an extra screw right there if we want to remove this as well. But I think having this is just one piece, that'll be fine. And then we're going to go ahead and swap it out. So on to Lowe's we go. Hey, we're here at Lowe's. Gonna find the piece that we're looking for. It's 2 things I need. I need 2 bolts with 2 locking washers because the bolts that I have already are the kind that rounded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace those with something a little more, words. Oh my God, words are hard. Anyway, so I'm going to end up getting 2 of these 1/4 by 1 inch. I really don't care about what they're. Really, where's a pen? I'm not worried too much about how they're threaded. Okay, so we ended up getting these locking washers, 15 cents a piece. No, yeah, 15 cents a piece. And this over here is also 15 cents a piece. Okay, so I'm here, and when I got the angle iron, this tubing, not the angle iron, the steel tube. So this, if I'm reading this right, is 798. Yeah. All right, so we're looking at 798 plus 15 cents for each nut, 15 cents for each bolt. So we're doing pretty good. Okay. Hey, we're back from Lowe's, and in order to replace this broken piece, which I got all the replacement parts right here, uh, I need to remove the old one, take measurement of it, and then cut the new one. I want to make sure I cut this correctly because I only got one of these, and they're $8 a piece. So next, let's remove them. We have here a 7/16 driver. Now I try using metric on this, and it's not metric. So okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a socket with a ratchet and an extension, and then I'm going to try to unscrew this. Is it working? It is. Okay. Okay, so something that's really annoying is this bolt doesn't want to come out. So instead of, you know, mangling it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bottom bolt down here, right there. I'm going to remove that bolt, and then I'm going to slide this whole thing right out. I have the bolt unthreaded all the way from the back piece right here. Oh, that's not it. That's it. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish unscrewing this. And then as you can see, it's loose. All right. So hold on to this bolt because we're going to need it later. There's only two bolts that we're going to save. This guy and the bolt way down there. These guys, I don't have the press tool to make the square. So we're going to have to go with the other route. So let's see how easy it is. All right, let's see how well this pulls out. Look at that. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Ta-da! All right, now I got to find a way to remove this. So that's the next step. Here we go. Let me just say that this is going to be a pain in the butt because it doesn't want to move. So what I'm going to try to do is put a piece of metal in there, right, in the... What I'm going to try to do, put a piece of metal right in there and then physically push it out that way because I'm trying to use all my burly strength and it's not working. So, ta-da! Check it out. All right, so whew, we have to keep this piece so that I can use it to measure this long piece right here. So the next step is to look at the other side very carefully and see how easy it is for me to move it, because what I don't want to do is remove this pole right here and then something come flying out, because right now I already lost. I didn't lose. Dog hair everywhere. Okay. This screw, or not screw, the spring, it came out. It was attached right here, but I don't know what it was attached to. I kind of have an idea. So documenting where everything is, especially springs, is super important. You have to take good care to pay attention to that stuff. I think another spring went across here because if I look at that, there's a spring right there. So I don't know. All right, time to flip this thing around to the other side. So I'm already seeing a problem. I flipped this around, and this guy. So I'm actually on the other side right now, but I this thing came out, and the last thing I want to do is flip this over and bend this and ruin this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie this piece right there, just to kind of get it out of the way. Oh, right there. I'm gonna zip tie it between there and there. Keep it out of the way so that when I flip the chair back up, and we won't have any problems. Uh, you see this piece right here? This is a plastic piece that turns. Well, maybe not, but it's a bushing, right? And a couple days ago or yesterday, when my chair broke, I noticed this. I had no idea what it was, and I found another piece just like it, the other half of this, and I now know what happened, which is why this one is bare. It's bare because it broke off. I don't know how long it's been like that, but it broke off. And this one, I mean, this one, you can feel it. It feels brittle. You can tell that the top piece of it is, um, my fingernail broke. Okay. Um, top of this is just kind of, gnawed away. And so I don't see this surviving very long. Okay, so I just wanted to show you here. Look how much is missing. Okay, look at that massive saw gap. This was purposefully designed to break. This was designed so that you would have to throw away your chair after so many years and buy a new one, or they're going to charge you something like, I don't know, like 100 or 200 bucks just to fix that. Now these are just perfectly aligned, but look at that massive gap. This was done on purpose. This was no accident. Okay, so I'm making a measurement of how long this is, and because this guy is really loose on both ends, if you look, both ends are really loose. This measures a little bit longer than 23.5 inches, including the gap here. Now, you can get away with, I think, anywhere between 23 1/4 and 23 3/4. That's what I think right there. So those are the measurements if you want to take a pause screen grab and take a look-see-look-see. Okay. This piece is, oh my God, oh guys, I'll just say 3/4. So I have this down as 3/4 from the end. Okay, so I went ahead and took some measurements here. And because of the way the handle is made, and you got a lot of leeway here, and because of how loose this guy is, this does not have to be exact or even remotely exact. So here are your measurements if you're curious. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to cut this 1/4 inch from the edge, 1 inch in, and then 2.5 inches in. That's supposed to be 2.5, not 25 inches. That'd be weird.